Thanks very much, guys, for turning up for the call and being live here. I was just explaining briefly why it's so important to be on the call and attend them live. We have between my group and Silvio, we've got like 500 people between us, right? I hope I'm not wrong with this number. Roughly about 500 people. Yet, how many people do we have in the room? Can you tell?
35.
But yet only 35 show up to this call, which, by the way, I'm blessed to have you guys here. I don't mind, really. I'm not having a go at anybody, but I just want to say a point that 35 of you chose to take your time in all hours, how the dog
36. The dog is also in there.
the dog's here as well. But 36 of you, including a dog, have managed to show up live. And you know what, guys? I've learned this from my mentor that success in life, 50% is actually showing up. And I really appreciate you all for being here today, because you are my kind of people. You turn up live. And I'm always saying this because success leaves clues, guys. I used to turn up live for my, and I'm repeating for the ones who already heard this, but I'm repeating it for the recording, that I had to turn up live as well for my mentor's webinars, and it was in South Dakota in the States. And these webinars were in my time, they were 2 o'clock in the morning, because I live in England, guys. And I was always there twice a week, knowingly that the next day I had to go to work and I only was going to sleep like maybe 4 hours at most. But I made the commitment. I think you're more committed when you turn up live, because the recording, guys, I'm going to be honest with you, some of you won't even watch the recording because life gets in the way. So it's so important to be here live, and I appreciate you all for being here live. And for you guys watching the recording, I mean, no disrespect to you guys, I love you all, but make sure that if you want to commit to this project and really get out of it whatever you want to get out of it. Maybe some of you want to make a full-time, income out of this. Maybe some of you are only here to make a little money, a little part-time money, a little part-time cash to, to help you out with the bills and all that. But whatever you want to get out of it, commit. Because by committing, I tell you what, you're going to have better odds, chances of success than just to, dwebbling and dipping your little toes in the water. Does that make sense? Cool. But tonight we're here to talk about, obviously, email marketing. And I'm going to get into that in just a minute. But before I go into email marketing, which, by the way, it's one of my favorite subjects in the world, apart from the mindset stuff, it's one of the things that I'm really, really, really good at. And if you guys really grab what I'm going to teach you here tonight, you got to start seeing conversions. Because right now, some of you are saying, hey, I'm getting leads. Okay, good. Thanks, Paolo. But where's the sales, right? Where's the sales? The secret holds here tonight in the email marketing follow-up. That's really where the bacon is. The bacon is not leads coming in to you and then you don't follow up with them. Why should people buy from you? Think about that for a minute. They can buy from anybody. They might even be confused and not knowing what Forsage is. So how do we follow up with these people? How do we explain? First of all, here's me, here's who I am. This is why I am different from all the lists that you are in. Don't you guys think that the people that are on your list are in someone else's list as well? In 2020, let me tell you something, they are on everybody else's lists. So what makes you different? So I'm going to touch upon that in a minute, okay? I want you guys not to rely on me. Does that make sense? I want to teach you how to fish, but you got to have to give me time. I've only joined Forsage roughly seven weeks ago. So this is all new, right? So I will be giving you some training. If you go into, Silvio's MSI, there's also a lot of good training in there, including my course on traffic. Did you guys know that? You guys can have access to a course that I used to sell for $497. The people that attended that course, it was a hotel in London, we've done an event, paid, this is no lie, guys, up to $997 VIP tickets to attend that. And that I'm giving you that course. It wasn't just to see me, by the way, that was other speakers. But that course is worth a lot of money. And guess what? It's inside the MSI back office right now. So if you guys can go there, speak to Silvio, get an upgrade or whatever, and you have access to my course. That course is a course on traffic. So where am I going with this? Let's start with tonight's training on email marketing. Who wants to know the secret sauce? Yeah, my man there, my man Quentin Andrews. He knows what I'm talking about. Good man. I just butchered your name, didn't I? I'm sorry. Okay, cool. So when people ask me, Paulo, what's your secret for conversions? What's your best traffic source? Do you know how I respond to that? Do you guys want to know what's my best traffic source? Because I get that question asked, if not every day, definitely every week. And I always answer with it's always the same answer. My best traffic source, it's not a solo ad provider. It's not, X or Z or B or whatever. My best traffic source. Let me see on the comments here if you guys know what is my best traffic source. My best traffic source, sorry. Email list, said Rui. Bingo!
People do know.
A lot of people know, yeah. It really is. So the way I operate my business is like this, guys. I buy traffic to build my list. Make a note of this. I buy traffic to build my list. Say what? I don't buy traffic to make sales. Oh my God, what a bomb. Truth bomb. And this, once I got this, and I learned this from the best, by the way, it was life-changing for me. My business changed because before this was Paulo. I buy solos to make sales. And then what would happen? I would buy a solo, I would buy 200, 300 clicks, no sales. This shit doesn't work. I'm gonna stop now because this is not working. So before I had success in business, guys, I was that guy that I would start building a list. By the way, I was awful, by the way. I would start a list, get about 500 to 1,000 people and give up. And I tried that 5 times. My mentor told me, Paulo, you need to build a list. Yeah, I would do it to about 1,000 people. And because I wasn't getting sales, even with 1,000 people, I was not getting sales. What would I do? I would give up. I would give up for numerous reasons. 1, I didn't understand business. 2, I didn't have a long-term plan. I was always short-term. Instant gratification. No, Vic, I want to sell now. I want it now, not tomorrow. I want it now. Yeah, but you haven't started building a list. I don't care. I want it now. And then I would give up because I wouldn't see the sales. So that was my reasoning, guys. It was, I bought 500 clicks and I had no sales. So this doesn't work. This is the mentality of 98% of people right now. And maybe even some of you. And I'm sorry to be brutally honest. And I'm not putting anyone down because I was that guy. So I'm not putting anyone down. I'm just trying to help you. Thumbs up if this is starting to make sense. Okay, I'm going to repeat myself again. I don't buy, and you guys know I'm a big traffic buyer, right? I buy a lot of traffic. I don't buy traffic to make sales. If I make a sale, even better. I'm happy to make sales, of course. But you guys need to get into the mentality of building your list. Building your list, guys, is going to be your biggest asset ever in the world. My list stands now at 120,000 people. And by the time that I'm no longer here, I hope that list will be close to 500,000, 1 million people that I can leave as a legacy for my kids. Who's got kids here in the house? Can I see some thumbs up? Don't you want to leave an asset to your kids, a legacy? That's my legacy. My legacy is going to be my list that my kids one day, they can do whatever they want with that. They can do 2 things. 1, they can carry on with my business and they can just email and become affiliate marketers and just email that list, or they can sell it for the next amount of money. And trust me, my list is worth a lot of money. My list is my biggest asset. This is why I'm still here after like nearly 15 years. Why do you guys think I'm still here after all this time? Because of my list. Facebook, they can change their algorithm. I don't care. YouTube can change whatever. I don't care. Twitter can go out of business. I don't care because I build a list. And a lot of my good friends who are really good marketers and they went out of business. Do you know why? Because they were relying on Google PPC and then Google changed the algorithm one day and they lost all their rankings. Or maybe they were using a trick on Facebook to get through the ads and then they changed the compliance, they changed the rules and they lost their business. Paulo here, and I'm not saying I'm better than anybody else. I just got smart because I follow the best. I follow the best. And all these mentors I had, by the way, I keep going on about a mentor, but can I tell you the truth? I have more than one mentor. I don't want you guys to think that I'm stuck just with this one guy. I've actually moved from that guy and I went to America, and you guys know that I fly a lot. And I had other mentors. I had the best of the best in email marketing. Why? Because email marketing works, guys. And if you build your list, you will never go out of business. You will never go out of business. So to answer the question I've asked earlier, my best traffic source is my list. That's where I get my money from. That's where my sales come from. The sales, most of my sales do not come from buying traffic. So for some of you asking me, Paulo, I've been in your traffic rotator for 4 days now and I've got no sales. You've got a lot to learn. And I'm not saying this in a demeaning way, or I'm not talking down at anybody, because again, I was that guy. I was very inexperienced. I wanted to sell now. But you need to understand that in order to succeed in this business, you need to start building your list and you need to start following up with that list. And that's what I'm going to teach you guys here today. Does that make sense? It's not only about getting leads and then you do nothing with that. So the process right now, actually, Rod is in the process of putting a process for you guys where you understand the flow of this business from the beginning when people opt in to the end, how we follow up. So Rod is going to put a little training for you guys next week. I believe we're going to do that for you. But I want you guys to understand something. Right now, you are getting leads from my traffic and they are just sitting there in the MIC, My Income Club, back office, and MSI Masters. So if you guys using MSI Masters, I know Silvio already has a follow-up sequence going out for you guys. In MIC, in My Income Club, I think Alfredo follows up just with 3 emails. In my opinion, guys, that's not enough. You need to take matters in your own hands and you need to open your own autoresponder and you need to follow up with these leads yourself. Okay, do you guys understand what I'm saying here? Okay, I'll repeat this again because this is crucial. In my opinion, guys, and I know this is going to be an extra cost because you need to get an autoresponder. And for some of you who don't know what an autoresponder is, it's basically a piece of software that will house all your emails and you'll be able to email everybody with the touch of a button. So you write one email, you press send, and it will go to your whole list. So let's say if you've got 1,000 people, 1,000 emails. Let's say you've got 1,000 emails in your MIC back office. What are you going to do with them? You can't email them one at a time. You can't import them into Google on your Gmail and try to email them one at a time. That's impossible. You can't do that. So you need a piece of software like GetResponse or Aweber or SendLane, ActiveCampaign, one of those companies that will allow you to mass mail your subscribers. Does that make sense? So I highly, highly, highly recommend that you guys get an autoresponder. I can only recommend what I use. So I'm not going to talk about something that I don't use, So I use Aweber. So if I was you guys, I'm going to give you a link. You don't have to join it. You can go directly to Aweber. I don't care. But if you would have, honor me for my time, and for me obviously trying to help you guys, obviously it will be an honor and a blessing if you guys could sign up through my link. I'm going to be honest with you because I'm an affiliate marketer and this is how I make my living. But I highly recommend you guys get Aweber to get as an autoresponder to follow up with your leads. Why do I want you guys to get Aweber? I'm going to give you my personal follow-up system of emails on how I make my sales. Would you like, can I see a show of hands who would like to have that? Okay, let me show you. So I'm going to share my screen now, and I'm going to go into my Aweber account, and I want to show you exactly what I want to share with you, because this is how I make my sales. So again, I'm going to be transparent with you. I do make sales when I buy traffic. I don't want to lie or deny that I make no sales when I buy traffic. Of course, I make sales, but the bulk of my sales will come from the follow-up. Does that make sense? Why? There's a law in marketing that says people need to see an offer about around 7 times. And who said that? Dan Kennedy. If you guys don't know who Dan Kennedy is, go and research him. He's an absolute authority in this space. So this is not Paulo Barroso saying, oh, you need to, email your prospects at least 7 times so they see your offer 7 times. No, this is Dan Kennedy speaking. And nowadays, guys, this is something well known in the marketing space. 7 times. People need to be, they need to see the offer 7 times before they buy. Can I tell you the truth, guys? Nowadays in 2020, with the distraction that there is, the overwhelm of the offers and all that, I think people need to see the offer at least 10 times now, if not even more. But let's say 10 times, not even 7 times anymore. So how do you do that if you are not following up with your leads? You want to say something?
I think it's 16 times. I read an article.
Times?
So yeah, so because I was
I'm
really shocked.
I'm hearing different numbers now, but we have to go by the Bible, and Dan Kennedy is the Bible. And if Dan Kennedy he says 7 times, let's go with something in between. Dan Kennedy says it's 7. I'll go for about 10. But but it doesn't matter. It's not 100%. There is no maths in it. It's like, oh my God, he said 7. I need to send 7 times. No. So you need to constantly send emails to your list with that offer, with a different story, if that makes sense. So let me just share my screen and show you how I do my offer. Is that cool? Aweber. So guys, this is what's going to happen. In the meeting, I'm going to give you a link. Once you guys have Aweber, oh, by the way, if some of you have something else, don't despair. Oh, by the way, do not buy Aweber if you already have other autoresponders. Rui, I know you've got a different autoresponder. Marcel, I'm only saying the names that I can see on camera, by the way. I know you guys already have autoresponders. I'm not saying stop using that and buy Aweber. Again, I'm not saying that. Another thing that I want to tell you, when I send you this follow-up, do me a favor. Do not copy word for word. Don't do that. I'll tell you why you shouldn't be doing that. I know some of you will, and that's cool. But what's going to happen is if all 200 or 500 of us in the group will start doing the same, guess what's going to happen with the spam filters? Aweber, they have an algorithm to check the send score of everybody. Everybody has a send score. If they start seeing everybody emailing the same email with the same words, guess what Aweber is going to do? Oh my God, this is spam. So your messages will go to spam and so will mine. I'm actually putting my business at stake here. I mean, I don't care because I can always create other emails. So I'm kind of a creative guy. I go and create other emails. But I'm kind of giving you, and I've never done this before. I don't normally share my emails with everybody. I only share my emails, and who knows this, with very close associates of mine, people who are on my VIP, my VIPs, and who knows what I'm talking about, and Marcel, because they've been working with me for a while. And I don't think they've ever seen me doing this. I don't know how many people will be watching this, but let me tell you this, there's 500 between me and Silvio in our group. So potentially 500 people will look into this. So if you guys are going to copy these emails word for word, just be very aware that you're not only doing a disservice to yourselves because your emails might not inbox. And what I mean by inboxing, guys, is you trying to email your prospects and they are not getting your emails. They're going to spam. Why? Because you are copying my emails word for word. So all I ask you to do, guys, is put your own spin. As a matter of fact, let me just open email one. and just show you what I mean by that. In email one, guys, I'm sorry if my internet is slow because I'm running Zoom as well. This is my email one. Pretty simple, right? My emails are not very long. My emails are straight to the point, and I want to train people to get the sale. So that's another thing that once you guys start dissecting my emails, a lot of my emails are really short. There are some who are longer just to give people a little bit of value and explain what Forsage is, explain what Ethereum is. There's one of the emails that tells about an article why the experts believe that Ethereum is going to go up to 7,500. So I'm providing some value. But to be honest with you, all my 19 emails, there's always a call of action. Get the sale, get the sale, get the sale. Because I used to be the guy in the past who provided just value, and I never used to sell anything. And then one day when I tried to sell to that list, they went like, what? Why is he trying to sell me? They weren't trained to buy. So now my emails, my list are trained to buy. And let me tell you something. Every time I send an email, I get a sale. I'll repeat. And I'm telling you guys the truth. Every time, and I email my list every day, by the way. Every time I send an email to my list, I make a sale. Why? Because of this thinking. I train the people on my list to be buyers. Now, the reason why I'm showing you this email, guys, is because for you guys who are kind of new and you don't have an authority yet, your first email, really, do you know what it should be? You just telling people, first of all, you be grateful for them to be on your list. So say, hey, my name is Rui, my name is Pedro, whatever your name is. Thank you so much for subscribing to my list. This is what's going to happen now. I'm not going to be a douchebag like everyone else and just send you offers. I'm going to be a little bit different. I know your pain point. I know where you are because I've been there. But guess what? I'm in this community of people, of Forsage, where we're really trying to help each other. We've got this mentor. Oh, by the way, my mentor is awesome. He made 300 grand last month. Would you like to know how? So grab their attention, leverage me. If you don't have the results, guys, don't lie. When I first started and I didn't have the results, you know what I did? When people ask me, oh, who are you? How much money have you made? I said 0, but I leverage my mentor. So don't be shy, leverage your mentor. If I'm your mentor, leverage me. If Sylvia is your mentor, leverage him. You don't need to be saying to people, I'm making 100 grand a month when you know. Just be honest and say, you know what? I'm learning from the best. I'm gonna be up there with Paulo. I'm gonna be up there with Silvio. That's what I used to tell people. I used to speak my vision. I've made nothing yet, but guess what? Vic's my guy. He's making 200 grand a month. Guess what? One day, I'm going to be up there with him. And guess what, guys? That one day came. That one day came. Because I spoke, I manifested the vision of where I wanted to achieve, where I wanted to be. Does that make sense? So your first message, I know I told you a lot of things to say here, but your first message should be a short message. Even better if you can do a video, a short video on your phone. Don't do it professionally, guys. Don't try to look all professional with mics and, all professional lights, green screen, like you on the moon or behind the White House. Don't do that. People want to see you raw. Do you know what I mean by raw? Mistakes. Do you know I don't cut my videos anymore? I used to. This was me before. Hey, my name is Paulo Barroso. Oh, fuck. Okay, my accent, my words. Okay. Hey, my name is 20 takes. You know what I do now? I leave the mistakes on. Because when people see you nervous, and I still get nervous, I'm not good on video. I never said I am. But I'm truthful. I speak from the heart. I don't script my stuff. My videos are not the best, but they are raw. And I don't edit them unless I say something really stupid. But I hardly do that. So, hey, my name is Paulo Barroso. Thank you so much for being on my list. This is why I am different from anybody else. What you got to get from me, it's the truth. I know your pain points. I can help you. I've got a mentor. You don't have to go and lie. Oh, I'm making 100 grand. I'm making 100 grand a month with you. Don't do that. tell the truth. I'm on this path with my mentor, who's made, well, by the way, this guy made 310,000 last. You got to say something to shock them, which is true, by the way. Shock them and say, I'm working with a guy who makes 300 grand a month. And your people will go, say what? Did he say 300? You're getting their attention now. If you guys want to learn more stuff, click on the link below. We've got a community. Come to our Facebook group. Come and meet that guy. You know, the guy that I told you about, come and meet us. I'm going to do this and then end the video. I'm going to do this with you or without you. It doesn't matter. I'm going to do it. And when you speak with that conviction and you tell them, I'm going to do this with you or without you, oh my, people will go, oh, hold on a minute. There's something in this guy. I like this guy. Because that's how I used to talk to people. I don't care if you join me or not. I know where I'm going. And I didn't say that in a rude way. I said that with conviction. I never asked for the sale, or what's the word that I'm looking for? I never begged for the sale. Do you know what I used to say to people? Look, I know where I'm going. I don't care if you join me or not. I'm telling you the truth. I'm going to be up there with that guy. My mentor, I'm going to be up there. Whatever the goal is, whatever your monthly financial goal is, it's possible. You know? So I hope this is making sense, guys. But for your first message, make it a little bit personal. Don't copy this. If you got to copy this, it's fine. And I know some of you will. Cool. It's fine. It's a head start. Okay. But just be aware of the complications. If we all got to do that, it's going to be a bit complicated. It's got to go into spam filters. You're not going to inbox. You're going to fail. So please follow my lead and do that. And then with the other messages, guys, just change them a little bit. You know, subject lines, you can keep the same. They are proven to work. The body of the message, you should change for sure. Okay. Because then it's not a copy. Okay. So those 19 messages, it's got to be your secret sauce. These messages, which by the way, nobody else has these messages. Some other markets might have some of them, but not in this sequence. And check this out. You've got messages here for the whole month. Do you know why? Although it's only 19 messages, but look what happens after day 10. This is another trick that not a lot of people use that. You're learning this from someone who's been doing this for a while, and I know what I'm doing. Look what happens after message 10. Can you see that I email the follow-up every day? I don't email. The system does that for me. By the way, all this happens while I'm asleep. I don't have to email nobody. Aweber does it for me. At a certain day, at a certain time, it fires this email to my whole list. But listen, watch this, guys. Look what happens at day 10. I'm sending up to day 10, one email a day, right? So every day I'm reminding them, hey, you've asked for some information about Forsage. What's going on? You haven't joined yet. Is there anything that I can help you with? And then guess what happens after day 10? Watch this. It goes, day 12. It goes 2 days after. Can you guys see that? You might think, what does that mean? It makes no sense. It makes a lot of sense. You're giving them a little breather. And in marketing terms, it's called giving someone a breather, meaning they don't hear from you for about 2 days and they start saying, oh, that guy stopped emailing me. And then once they see the email every 2 days, they start paying attention. You reconnect again. I know this is something that a lot of you might think, this doesn't make any sense to me. Follow me, guys. I know what I'm doing. I'm not trying to confuse you. I'm just saying, follow what I'm doing, okay? So once the emails starting coming in every 2 days now, this is actually more than a month. I mean, I haven't done the maths, but you've got emails, you're following up with your people for more than, way more than a month. So you will never run out of stuff to send to your list. Does that make sense? And by the way, I will be adding more emails as well, okay? So I hope you guys kind of get what I'm trying to convey here. Email marketing cannot be taught in one session. You guys get that, right? I cannot teach you 15 years of my experience with 1 hour of training. Impossible. But I can give you a head start, and I can give you the tool that you need to make this work. And that tool, by the way, is Aweber. So let me show you what's the best times, because I get that question asked all the time, to email lists. This is just industry standard, because obviously it varies from list to list, but it's been proven that the best time and the best days of the week to email your list is Monday to Friday. I tend not to email too much on Friday, if I'm going to be honest with you guys, because Friday is it's kind of a funny day. People are getting prepared for the weekend, so they're really not so much into business. But you guys can test it. Definitely Saturday and Sunday, I'll leave it off. Sunday sometimes is a hit and miss. I get good open rates on the Sunday, but I tend not to email my list too much on the weekend. So best times, guys, and I'm talking about Eastern Standard Time, New York time. If you guys don't know what New York time is, there's a thing amazing on the internet called Google. I'm not sure if you guys heard about it, but if you don't know what New York time is, I'm trying to make a joke of it. Okay, don't take me too serious. If you guys don't know what New York time is, please Google, because I had a guy asking me, what's New York time in Nigeria? Dude, I don't know. I've never been to Nigeria, but I know a guy called Google. If you ask Google, he will tell you, man, because he knows everything. He runs my life. Every time I've got a question, I go to him. So ask Google. Is that cool? So the best times, guys, it's definitely in the morning. Don't do it 6 o'clock in the morning, because I hear some marketers saying, no, the best time is 6 in the morning. I tell you why 6 o'clock in the morning is not a really good time, because think of people in California, in the West Coast. What time is that in LA? It's like 3 hours before. What is that? 4 o'clock? Yeah. So 6 o'clock in the morning in LA, it's like 4 o'clock, right? I mean, so you're getting the East Coast. So people are waking up in the East Coast in 3 hours, but then West Coast, people are still asleep. So I think you are missing a lot of these people who are in the middle of the night in the West Coast. So the proven times really, it's between 8 o'clock in the morning and 10 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. And if you want to email, for some reason you missed that gap in the morning and you want to email your people instead in the afternoon, I would say between 2 and 3 Eastern Standard Time as well. Those are the optimal times that I found in my experience where I get the most people opening my emails. Because all you want really, you want people to open your emails, right? Does that make sense? And by the way, let me just throw something in that I forgot to tell you guys. When people say that the money's in the list, you guys know what that means, right? It is true. But I want to go just a step further than that and tell you that the money is in the relationship that you have with your list. Not so much in the list, because if you don't create a relationship with your list, they won't buy from you. So people understand this psychology, guys, that people like to buy from people they like, follow, and trust. Does that make sense? If you start being the guy, the authority, that they will like you and they will follow you and trust you, they will buy from you. Why are people buying from me instead of you? Think about it. First of all, I created a list, right? So I've got a relationship. I've got some sort of relationship with my list. That's where I get my sales from, guys. People keep asking me, how did you put through, I think I did 310 members last month in one of my accounts in Forsage with my list, guys. Some of them from media buys as well, yes, but the majority was my list. My list is my best traffic source. My list is my best traffic source. I want your list to be your best traffic source. But you won't be able to do it if you don't build it like this and get Aweber and all that. Let me just stop sharing my screen. I think we can start going into Q&As. How long have I been speaking for now? Yeah, nearly an hour. So we've got like 10 minutes left. So what shall we do, Raza? Shall we open the mic? Do you want to say anything? Did I bumble too much? Did I make any sense? What's up?
Yeah, I just probably would like to mention again that you have to personalize, like give a little bit of life, especially with social media being around. People like to see who is behind, the email. Even, looking from people that I'm working in a Telegram group, some of you found me on Facebook because you are curious who I am. And it's just not from marketing standpoint. People are curious about your lifestyle because they want to resonate with you. Not all of them will resonate with you. So the best thing is always sell, but also give your story so they connect with you. Otherwise, there will be always this connection. So that's probably my point of view.
That's a really good point. I'm actually glad that you mentioned that. Do you guys, I don't know over in the States and other countries, but you guys know what Big Brother is? It's a show where they put people in the house and they record them live. And this was very famous like 10 years ago. That's where this movement started. People are really interested in you and in people's lives and what you do on your daily basis and who are you. People are really curious about you. So that's actually something that I use that I've even mentioned. I was going to mention it on the next training, but I can briefly talk about. It's called my wheel of success. And my wheel of success goes like this. I email my people with my offers, but I'm trying to bring them into my social life, into my Facebook, and into my YouTube. So that's something a little bit more advanced because I don't want to start talking now about YouTube and Facebook because this is a training about email marketing. But I do what's called the wheel of success. So email marketing, I sync them in. Come and see my life. I'm a real guy. I'm no fake. Here's me on video. Come to my Facebook. See my life. I'm a real person. So it's what we call, you create the glue. Now you glue. You've got that glue because now you're not just emailing someone from a name. Do you see what I mean? Oh, and by the way, on your emails, especially on your first one, put a picture of you so people can see you. If you don't want to do a video, because I know it's hard to make a video. It's not easy. It's not easy. So I know that a lot of you are not going to do videos. That's cool. At least put a picture of you so people can see you. Oh, okay, there's a picture of this guy or girl. Be different. You know what I used to do in the beginning? I used to put my phone number. I don't do that anymore, but in the beginning, I used to give away my number. And you know what, guys? Some people used to call and just say, is this Paulo? Is this, yeah, are you the guy on the internet? Yeah, I'm real and all that. I used to pick up the phone and just speak to people. Because sometimes people just want to confirm that you are real. A lot of the time, people just say, oh, dude, man, I just wanted to know if you were for real. That's it. And they would say, thanks for your time, and they'll put the phone down. So do that. Don't be afraid. I mean, if you don't want to give them your personal cell number, buy a Skype number. There's lots of ways. There's Google numbers. There's those numbers that follow you. I mean, there's lots of different ways you can do this. So start thinking about outside the box, but be different though. Don't be like everybody else. You got to be unique. And let me tell you something. If you guys think, yeah, Paulo, but I don't have a story to tell. My freaking story is boring. I've never been homeless, drug addict. I never lived on the streets. I mean, every time I go on stage, I feel bad because I don't have a story to tell. You know, and then I hear people, I won't say their names, but other guys who have stories like, I was homeless. I used to take heroin. I used to shoot heroin in my eyeballs. And I'm like, well, that's a story. I used to sell crack. I've never done those things. My story is boring. I lived a comfortable life. I mean, my parents weren't rich, but I lived in the middle class. So I never been in trouble with the law, never been to jail. I've got no story to tell anybody. So when I hear people saying I've been to jail and all that, I'm like, damn, I want to be that guy. I want to have a story like that. And I think I'm boring. So my problem in the beginning when I started was this, guys, and I'm putting myself in your shoes. I always thought, who the hell's going to listen to me? Because I'm so boring. I didn't even listen to these guys. I'm telling you the truth. I didn't even used to sign my name, Paulo Barroso. I used to call myself Paul to sound more American English because I thought in my limited beliefs, who's going to listen to Paulo Barroso? The name is not even sexy. Do you see what I mean? It's a foreign. What I mean by that is it's a foreign name. Who's going to listen to Paulo Barroso? And now my name is my strongest thing. It's my brand. I'm proud of my name now. But in the beginning, I was so scared of even signing Paulo Barroso. Why? Because in my limited belief, I said, who's going to listen to this guy? No one's going to listen to me. I don't have a story to tell. Blah, 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 blah. Excuses, excuses, excuses. So what I did, I went to learn. Okay, I want to learn how to tell my story. No matter how boring it is. Nobody, by the way, let me be straight up with you. Nobody has a boring story. I thought I had a boring story until I learned how to tell my story, because I had struggles. I had struggles. And some of you know my story. Who? You know my story, right? He's nodding. He's saying yes. Everybody can have a good story. You just need to learn how to tell it. So you as a marketer, you need to create a skill of storytelling. Do you know who the best storyteller was in the world? Jesus. He was the best storyteller in the world. Do you know why Jesus, he became so famous, right? I think he's one of the most famous guys in the world. Why? Because he was a storyteller. Go in the Bible or watch a movie about Jesus. What does he do? He just tells stories, right? You know what I'm talking about, right? So become a storyteller. You don't even have to become a really good storyteller. Just learn. All you have to do is learn one story. Do you know what the story is? About you, not me, but you. You need to point that finger at you. You need to become skilled at telling your story. Like, do you know the elevator pitch? Like in 60 seconds. I think the elevator pitch is less than that, but let's say 60 seconds. If someone asks you, who are you? You should be able to tell your story in about 60 seconds. So become good. If you don't know it yet, it's fine, because I didn't know mine. Oh my God, I struggled with mine. I had to go and get a pad and a pen and write it down. What's my story? Took me a while to get it. But we all have struggles. So write that on your email. This is how I conquered. Oh, by the way, don't go on your email and start telling people how broke you are. Don't do that. That's not sexy. That's not sexy. Don't do that. Go to people and tell them once you made it and say, you know what, looking at my past, I've been broke, I've been homeless, I've done this, I've done whatever, but I've learned a better way. I know a better way now. Let me help you. Because people on the other side of those emails, they are real people. Don't see them just as emails. They're real people with wishes, wants, and desires, just like you. Touch their pain point, but not to, one second, but not to, what's the word that I'm trying to look for? You're really trying to help them, right? So touch the pain point just as a wake-up call to say, hey, I know how you feel. I know it's painful. I've been there. I know a better way I can help you. So with this series of emails that I've been sending you in the coming weeks, I'm going to help you. I'm going to do my utterly best to help you change your life like I'm changing mine. Raza, over to you.
I just want to remind, you talk a lot about the first email and the follow-up sequence, but I would like you to mention to people that you send emails every day, you said, and you write the copy yourself, or maybe you can give that,
I can actually, and I forgot to explain that to you. The follow-up sequence, guys, that goes out every day, you don't touch it. Aweber does that automatically. On top of that, I like to broadcast my own email as well. And for some of you that say, Paolo, I can't really do copywriting yet because I'm new, that's fine. I've got a 30-day emails that you can broadcast to your list, and it's already uploaded in the crypto cartel Facebook group on the unit 1. It's called 30 days, and I'll show you what the file looks like because I've got it saved here, I believe, on my desktop. It's called the 30-day swipes. So swipes are basically, oh, I'm not sharing my screen, am I? I'm showing you my screen, but I'm not sharing it. So let me quickly just share my screen. Can you guys see that? Email swipes? You can have access to this. It's already in the Crypto Cartel Facebook group. Okay, it's under Unit 1. You guys can download this. So on the top of the follow-up sequence that I'm going to give to you guys, hey, email your list once a day as well. I don't really advise you guys to email your list more than twice a day. So your follow-up in this, don't do more than that. Twice is enough. Okay, and if you've got the follow-up going in the morning, do this one maybe in the afternoon, so you don't have like 2 emails. I don't want you guys to email your list like twice at the same time, because you got to piss people off. Don't do that. So let the follow-up sequence go at 8 o'clock in the morning, for example, Eastern Standard Time, and then you can broadcast this email here, for example, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time. So now you've got a big gap, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. Does that make sense? What do you guys want? You want clicks into your offer. What's the end result here? Clicks into your offer, eyeballs into MSI or MIC. That's the end goal. You want people that are on your list to see your offer. You know what can I be honest with you? What is my goal? Buy or get out. And I know this sounds crude, but it's really down to buy or get out. Do you know why? If they don't buy, they're on your list and you're paying for them. I'm being raw with you guys. Buy or get out. So when people say, don't you worry that people unsubscribe from your list? No, I want people to unsubscribe. I don't care. If you're not going to buy, unsubscribe. I don't care. So don't be fearful of losing people from your list. It doesn't bother me at all. I don't want quantity. Do you know what I want, guys? I want quality. I want quality over quantity. Let me tell you something. I know people like gurus with much larger lists than me, and they make less money than me. Why? Because they don't have quality. I keep cleaning my list. I told you my list is 120,000, and I've got 2 lists, by the way. I could have had a list of 500,000. Why don't I have a list of 500,000? Because I keep cleaning my list every month. I get rid of people. People who are not opening my emails, out. After 30 days, out. People who don't click on my links, out. Because if you are only opening my emails and you don't click on my links, why do I have you on my, why am I paying for you? I give you a chance for 30 days. I give you a lot. Look, if I email my list every day, that's a lot of emails in 30 days, right? And if you're not opening my emails, guess what's going to happen to you after 30 days? Bye. It's a numbers game. Okay, does that make sense? So the difference, again, and thanks, Russell, for obviously explaining that to the group that I didn't explain, is the follow-up sequence goes automatically. It goes in your sleep. You are sleeping, it goes out. Aweber does it for you. Now the broadcasting, follow-up is one thing. Broadcasting to your list is something completely different. Then you use this as a broadcast swipe. Does that make sense? Can I see some thumbs ups to see if I'm making sense here? And I keep repeating myself because I know there are newbies on this call and we need to give them the time, guys. For some of you who is probably thinking, dude, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Can you, come on, speed up or teach me something new? But hey, I need to speak like that because remember, there are newbies. Yeah, there are newbies here, man. So this subject line here, by the way, work from the comfort of your own home. This is a really good subject line. You can model, again, don't copy everything word for word. Again, some of you will, but start thinking a little bit outside your box and model it. Maybe use a different phrase. This is written by me, by the way. English is not even my first language. Did you guys know that? This accent, this is really my accent. I'm not making this up. So make it better. If a Portuguese guy can write emails, and I'm not a copywriter, by the way. Again, that was one of my limited beliefs. I can never write copy. I was the guy who used to say, I can never earn that. I can never write copy. I can never write a video. Stupid, lame excuses. Stupid, lame excuses. You know what my excuse was? I'm Portuguese. I can't do a video in English. People will laugh at me. Look at my accent. Again, limited beliefs. Now I get asked to speak on stage in front of 5,000, 6,000 people. Hello? Because I had the stupid limited belief that nobody wants to listen to me. And I was wrong. Does that make sense, guys? I'm only telling you all this shit, not to brag, but to shock you. so you guys know you can do this even better than me. Because really, I'm really nothing special. You can ask Raza.
One more thing to bring this up, because I know that some people probably think, oh, I'm not a copywriter, and once this is finished, what I'm doing next. And I have heard Paulo saying, subscribe to other leaders. Don't copy them, but model what they're doing. They have big lists. So just go do your homework, pick the leaders, who write emails. If you like the email, save it. And then when the time comes, you just, change a little bit, and there you go. You have a new email for you to broadcast.
So there's a lot of people that I subscribe to, and I want to see what subject lines they're writing, and I want to see the copy. I mean, I subscribe for someone, for example, Bob Proctor. I think Bob Proctor's got a good email team there, and he emails really cool stuff. So I kind of snatch his, it's like I'm looking for email subject lines that made me open. So if you made me open, I'm pretty sure you made other people open as well, right? So I'm snatching those subject lines, and then I change the body, and then I put my own spin. So create a Google email just for like a spam Google email. Don't use your own Google, Gmail, but just create a new Gmail account and subscribe to all the gurus out there. Frank Kern, Ryan Dice, all those guys who write email. Go on their list. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just type on Google. You know that guy I told you earlier about called Google? Go on Google and ask Google who are the biggest marketing gurus. And you'll see names like Frank Kern and all that. Then subscribe to this guy's email address, email newsletter. And then when you start seeing all these emails coming in, and subscribe, guys, to as many as you can. Start compiling an email and just copy all these emails and compiling swipe. So you got to have your own swipe copies. So don't just rely on mine. I think I've got about 13 there. I could be wrong. Let me see. But Raz is right. Once this is finished, what you do? Look, there's 30 emails there. Subscribe to all the gurus out there, and then create a swipe file on your desktop and keep saving them there. In a Word document, keep saving them there. You will always have material. There's no excuse for someone to say, I'm not a copywriter and that's it. You are limiting your business, really. I was that guy when I thought I can't write copy. I mean, I'm not English. My English is not perfect. My grammar is not perfect. You don't have to be perfect, guys. You can get ideas from other people. Is this making sense? Can I see some thumbs up so I know I'm talking sense here? Is that cool? Cool. Shall we go into Q&As? Because it's past an hour now.
Passing. Yeah.
Cool. Let me just
do you want to bring Rui to speak a little bit? You mentioned in the very beginning.
I would love to. Rui, would you mind just to say, dude, I know I'm putting you on the spot and we didn't talk, but you're like someone that I really admire that came out of nowhere, asked for help, because I get a lot of people asking me for help. And 90% of people, I tell them to do things and they don't do them. But this guy, he actually took everything that I told him at heart and he went and do it. And I went like, oh shit, this guy is really doing it. And I want you to hear it from him. So I'm going to pass you the mic. Will you just give me a second? Because I'm awful at doing two things at the same time. So I need to find you and unmute you, man. Just give me a second, yeah? It's quite a lot of people here tonight. Oh, who you unmuted already? Cool.
Okay.
The mic is yours.
Is mine. Yeah, guys. I'm just a simple Portuguese guy like Paulo, and I reached out to Paulo 1 year ago, I think, about a year. And I told him, listen, I want to be like you. I was sincere. And I told him, I want to be like you. I want to learn with you. Please be my mentor. And fortunately, he agreed with that. And today, I think I made cool progresses. And I hope, and I know that Paulo is proud of me. So that's it. I want to work. I want to be really like Paulo. So I've been working my butt off, and I'm here.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you, and I know how bad you want this. And the cool thing that I saw in you was you took the mindset stuff really serious, and a lot
Yeah.
of people don't. A lot of people just come to me for the marketing, and they don't want to know about the mindset. But Rui really got it. He knew that 80% of the success was the mindset. It's really
Yeah.
conquering yourself and conquering your fears and conquering your self-limited beliefs, which I had loads. I had to conquer, guys. I take no excuses from anybody because I was the most negative guy ever, and I had lots of self-limited beliefs. If you would have told me that I would make 300,000 in a month, I would say, are you mad?
Yeah.
And yet I did that because I had so many self-limited beliefs, guys. So Rui, I think thanks, man. I appreciate you because within the range,
You're welcome.
I didn't warn you that I
Anytime.
was gonna call on you, but
No, no, it's
I
okay.
just want people to see you as an inspiration, man. That even a
Yeah.
foreign guy like you, right? Because you a fellow Portuguese guy, just
And
like me.
yeah, and I already write some emails as well.
Yeah, and he
I
writes
can
his own
write some
content.
emails.
Yeah, see, there's
And
no
I have a
excuse.
YouTube channel as well. I make some
And he makes
videos.
videos.
So yeah, Facebook Lives. I'm a
So
Portuguese guy. Yeah.
can I just say this? Can I just say this, guys? Please don't take this the wrong way. You guys are American or English. What's your excuse? Does that make sense? And I don't say that in a bad, demeaning way, trying to put you down. Or we are foreign.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
we have
Absolutely.
accents. We have accents. I had a huge problem with my accent, huge, because I thought, oh my God, when I speak, nobody's gonna listen to me. Who's gonna even understand me? Should I put subtitles when I speak? See, self-limited beliefs, self-limited beliefs,
Yeah.
smash all your self-limited beliefs, man, and you gotta flourish like a beautiful flower, and you gotta do very, very well. Thanks, Rui. I appreciate you, man. All
You're
right, let's go
welcome.
into Q and
Anytime.
A's. Appreciate you, dude. Okay, Q and A's, guys.
Okay, how long should a self-made video be? We actually answered 60 seconds, so I don't know if you want to.
Yeah, make it really short. There is no maths precise say no, it needs to be 60 seconds. It can be 5 minutes. What I suggest you guys do, don't go on for about 20 minutes because 20 minutes, unless you're an authority person that people already know you, yeah, people will watch you for 20 minutes. But if you're brand new, no one really is going to listen to you, going on about your dog and your cat for 20 minutes. So make it really like fast, quick, to the point. Say who you are. If you can do it in 60 seconds, good. If you cannot, do it in 5 minutes. But don't really go over 5, 6, 7 minutes because no one's going to watch that video. So make it short and make it speak from the heart. That's the most important thing is look at that camera like you're looking at your best friend. Don't look at the camera trying to speak to everybody. Let's say you've got 1,000 people on your list. Don't look at that camera talking to 1,000 people. Don't do that. Find out, this is another training, find out your avatar, meaning in general, what is the kind of person, the kind of people you have on your list? Maybe it's someone like you, right? Around your age, kind of family guy with kids, they want a better life. So talk to that person. And when you look at the camera, now you're speaking to only one person. Hey, man. Now you don't say amen because it could be a lady as well, but you know what I mean. You just go, hey, I know where you are. I've been there. You're probably struggling. You're in a job that you hate, right? I knew that because I've been there. So now you are talking to one person only, but make that video like shortish. Don't make it too
and
long.
energy is very important. I know that the very first 3 seconds is actually a time when people decide if to go, further. And if you have a crappy vibe coming from you, nobody will carry on watching.
Guys, everything is energy. If you got to do a video, this is why people buy from people. Okay. If you got to do a video like this, hey man, I'm Paolo, and I don't know what to say. I'm pretty interesting offer to give you, and or you're like, hey man, I'm Paolo. I'm so fucking excited. Don't be over crazy like some people. Don't go overboard and you become a maniac, but just sound excited. So for the video, put yourself in a state. You know what I do sometimes? I don't do this very often anymore, but I used to skip before my videos just to create that flow. I learned that from Tony Robbins because I used to do UPW with Tony Robbins, and he puts you in a state of flow. So if I'm feeling tired and dragged down, I can't go on video because that's me on video. Hey man, my name is Paulo. My energy is down. So when I skip and I go and take a little walk and I breathe and I do a little bit of a breathing exercise, my energy levels go up. I need to be excited. And then I go, what is going on, everybody? My eyes and everything about me, there's more energy. So put some energy into that video. Don't go crazy, because there are people, I won't mention his names, there are people who go a little bit overboard and the tonality is so high and it puts people off. I say, oh, what is he taking? What is he smoking? Some funny cigarettes? Or you don't want to be that guy or that girl. But be energetic, be excited. People, it's the energy, guys. It really is the energy. So have some good energy. Feeling, why are you excited? Why are you in this business? So connect with your why. Find out, why are you doing this? And then when you do your video, feel like I'm going to help somebody. You know, look at that camera like, I'm going to give you my all. It's a balance, and you will learn with time. In the beginning, you might make a mistake and you go a little bit low or a little bit too high, but eventually you're going to find your balance. But just speak from the heart, speak with excitement, don't script anything, and you'll be fine. Cool. Any more questions?
Are those 30 days email swipes good to use when you buy solo ads?
Yeah, I normally, guys, the solo ad vendors that I use, and it's really, you can count them with these two hands. I trust them. I let them write the swipe because they know their lists better than me. So I don't want to give them my swipe because it's their list. Do you see what I mean? So I let them write the email. The only thing that I say to them is the offer. Hey man, make your copy congruent with my offer. Because I don't want, the guys that I use, by the way, they don't use email copy like this. For example, hey, get a free iPhone, click on this link. And then they go to Forsage, which is totally not congruent. My guys don't do that. So for as long as they write copy congruent with my offer, I'm good. Does that make sense? So a lot of people are taught, no, you need to write, give them your own swipe and all that. Well, there's a downfall to that because you are imposing your copy into their list. And who knows their list best? It would be the same, for example, as you asking me, can I send an email to my list? And then you write your copy. My list is like, who is this guy? He doesn't sound like Paulo. Ooh, I'm not going to click on that. I'm not going to buy from this guy. So I let my guys, and by the way, I don't use a lot of vendors. Maybe if you use a lot of vendors, maybe you need to give your own copy. I understand that. But I trust my guys because my guys, they know how to write copy. So I let them do that. All I do is I give them my link. And it makes my life easier. I don't have to think about copy. Oh my God, what's the best copy for this guy? What's the best copy for that vendor? Well, no, if they're in this business successfully, they should know how to write copy. All you need to give them is the offer. So the only thing you need to be concerned with is the copy that you got to write congruent with my offer? Is he got to write something that's congruent with Forsage, or is he got to be a douche and write something like, hey, win an iPhone, click on this link just to get a click? So if you use good vendors, which by the way, I will give you my source of vendors, will be in the units as well on Crypto Cartel in the Facebook group. So if you guys use those vendors, you'll be fine, because those vendors took me a lot of years to get it right, because I bought traffic from a lot of people that weren't good. So I already know the good, the bad, and the ugly. So I've already compressed my success of 15 years, guys, down to a few weeks, and I'm going to hand it to you on a plate. That's what you guys got to get from me. It's all my mistakes, all the money that I invested that didn't work. I already know the good guys and the bad guys. I will not, let me repeat this, I will not give you a bad vendor, because I've spent, I don't even know how much I spent on traffic for the past 15 years. A lot of money. I'm talking about 6 figures, if not 7. I don't know. A lot of money, a lot of money. So I know a thing or two about traffic, right? So why would I give you a vendor that I don't use? Why would I give you a vendor that is not good? I wouldn't do that. Those vendors that I'm going to give to you are the exact same vendors that I use.
Is it a must we make videos before we earn more money? Short answers.
Well, it's kind of the chicken and the egg question. You got to, in a way, yes, you should be making videos now because people like video. People love seeing you on video. It's not 100% necessary because I didn't make a lot of videos in the beginning because I was so shy. So I paid for traffic. I bought traffic. But if you can get on the phone and do a video, your success will come much faster, much faster. Because people nowadays, they like video. I mean, look at YouTube. After Google, I believe YouTube is still the #1 most visited site in the world, right? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure Google is #1, and then outside of Facebook or YouTube. Why? Because people like social media. People like seeing pictures, videos, and all that, and making videos. Yeah, TikTok is it? Okay. Again, it's videos, right? It's videos. So video is very, very important. Is it 100% necessary? No, not 100% necessary. You can still make money without making videos. But I'm just telling you, if you want to accelerate and start making money, faster, yeah, do video for sure.
Terry is asking in my email, should I ask people to connect with me through my Facebook page or Facebook profile? Do I accept everyone as friends in my Facebook profile?
Really good question, man.
Yeah.
It really depends on your personality. If you don't mind to bring people into your Facebook profile and, hey, welcome to my home, then do that. If you're more like, I kind of want to keep business and friends and Facebook friends separated, then yeah, do a Facebook page. It's the same. But what you need to do is build that page with targeted people. So the way I accept people, I don't accept everybody, by the way. I used to, because I thought it's all about numbers, right? Well, it is and it isn't. It's about quality. If I look at the page of someone with the cat on it, I mean, it's called Facebook, not Face Cat. Is it Face Cat or Face? I don't know. Do you see? You know what I'm talking about, yeah? Or someone just with dog. I mean, I love dogs. I mean, I've got a little dog here. Look at her. I don't know if you guys can see that. She's sleeping. I mean, I love dogs, but if you have a profile picture with your dog on it, I'm not going to talk to you. So what I tend to do, Terry, is I check a little bit of their profile. I don't go and stalk that guy. I don't have time for that, or that girl. I don't have time for that. But I have a quick look at, first of all, do we have friends in common? So maybe that person's already a marketer. If I see a lot of friends in common, okay, that's a good thing. This person's already in my niche. But if I go on the profile and all I see is fishing rods or golf, and I don't see any mention of marketing, I don't know if I will accept that person, because I'm so targeted with my audience now. I want to see people who are like into business, really, entrepreneurs, make money online. These kind of people are my target. So I scroll a little bit through the profile and check who they are to make sure they are real as well, because you know there's a lot of fakes as well. Am I answering your question?
Yeah, I'll just add a little bit because it also depends on your strategy. And from a technical standpoint, if you draw your people to your personal page, if you decide later to run lead generation ads, specifically, I mentioned this because Facebook doesn't like these opportunities or cryptos, you will have a problem because your personal Facebook page will not let you do this. Versus if you have Facebook fan page and you brand it like your personal page, you can later decide to, run ads without no problem. So you don't have to, work around because you will already build an audience that you can promote to. So that's from a technical perspective.
Yeah, it's really down to your preference, man. Some people, they kind of social shy. Oh, let me tell you something as well. If you are social shy, you gotta have a problem in making in this business. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. A lot of people come to me and they want to make money online. They don't even have a Facebook profile, or they don't want to go on YouTube. I'm like, it's pretty tough. You can make it, but you have to pay a lot of money for media buys. If you have deep pockets, yeah. But for the average person, you really need to be a social person and bring people into your Facebook. I'm just being real, just being real with you.
Paulo, I will challenge you. We need to really quick go through all of those because we are really with the time.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, let's do it.
So just I challenge you to answer quick, straight to the point.
Okay.
Marcel, how do we create a good relationship with our list and make them like us?
Oh, that's an all new subject for another time, Marcel. Do you want to be here until 4 o'clock in the morning, dude? Dude, it's providing value and really wanting to help people and being different from everyone else out there. Why are you different? This bottled water are on sale, right? Why should they buy it from you? They can buy it from anywhere. But why should they buy it from you? What makes you different? So you need to create that rapport with them again by bringing them into your social life, into your Facebook, into your YouTube, the wheel of success that I told you guys. You are emailing them, but if you only use the email and they don't see your face, dude, you're gonna have a tough time because they don't know you. Okay, Marcel, nice guy, but who are you? Now, if you tell people, please accept me on Facebook, come and see my life on Facebook, now they're seeing Marcel's life. Now they're seeing that beautiful house that you are building in Cameroon, which looks like a freaking palace to me. Now they're starting to see your life. Oh, he's married. Oh, he's got kids. He lives in Manchester. Oh, so Marcel now is not just an avatar, it becomes a person. And you become the authority. Why you become the authority? Because you are inviting them to your Facebook and you are inviting them to your YouTube channel. Guys, you can start a YouTube channel tomorrow and you become an authority. The minute that you open a YouTube channel and you put a video, you are the authority. You are inviting people to your YouTube channel. People are like, whoa, he's got a YouTube channel? Who is this guy? Who is this girl? I want to know more. You become that authority. It's all about creating a rapport with your list. And the glue will be made once you bring them into your social life, into your Facebook and YouTube and on video. That's kind of the short answer, man. There's more layers into it, but that's kind of the short answer. Is that cool? Next question, Raza?
Julia actually asked a really great question about segmenting lists. So, you know, putting segments on a list. Do you want to get into that?
Yeah, kind of. We don't really have time for that training. Julie, this is not the kind of training that I'm doing here today, but yes, you can do that with tags, which is something that you can do in Aweber. You can tag your people so they can be moved from one list to another. For example, when someone joins, for example, your business in Forsage, you really want to move that person then from that list into another list called buyers, for example. So you've got a list of buyers. You can do that with Aweber by using something called tagging. Okay, but that's not the training for tonight. Otherwise, we won't be able to do that here tonight. But yes, you can, and you should be segmenting your list. I've got a list just with buyers as well that I tend not to touch too much unless I'm doing a big promo. So I protect that list very, very well because I don't want to bombard them with a lot of my promotional emails, if that makes sense. But yeah, list segmentation is very, very important, guys.
Also, George asks about Paulo. Have you noticed an pickup in email opens because of COVID and millions or more people home in front of all computers all day?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Who's asking that?
George Walters.
Yeah, I've actually noticed a spike in my opens because during COVID, obviously, as you guys know, a lot of people are at home. So they are in front of the computer, they are picking up emails. As a matter of fact, I go as much as saying this, my business actually spiked up during the pandemic. And I know this sounds horrible. And people obviously lost, some people lost their jobs, they lost their livelihood, they lost their own businesses and all that. But I have to tell you the truth, guys, my business actually spiked. My record month, which was last month, it happened during the pandemic. I never dreamed that this would actually happen. during this COVID-19 scare, but it has happened. So what's happening is people are at home, they're getting government checks, and they've got cash to maybe to build a business. So I see it in a way as a positive, although COVID-19 is not a positive. That's not what I'm saying, but business-wise, for me at least, has been a positive, because people are looking for other ways to make money online, because they are fed up with the status quo, the 9 to 5 thing, that getting a job and going to work for a boss. A lot of people are fed up with that, so they're looking for ways to work for themselves. And why wouldn't you? If I was in everyone else's shoes, if I had to start from zero again, that's exactly what I would be doing. I don't want to work for anybody else. Do you? I really don't. I don't want to have a boss. And we all should aim for our own freedom. And what a better way to do that by starting a business online. Cool.
Sebastian is asking, what is better, a Facebook page or a group?
Sorry, what's the question again?
What is better, Facebook page or a group?
I mean, if you're starting up from the beginning, from scratch, I would say a group, man. Create a tribe, because a Facebook page is more like branding, and branding takes time. Branding does not happen overnight. Seriously, I done a little bit of branding, so I know a little bit of branding and how I created the brand, but that took me years though. It wasn't like overnight. Now, a Facebook group, you can start now and start adding people, and you can have a tribe of 100, 500, 1,000 even in a couple months, if you do it correctly. So I would go, if you're in the beginning, if you're a beginner, definitely a Facebook group. If you're more advanced, like for Rui, for example, because Rui already has a group, if you would have asked me that question, I would tell Rui now it's time to do branding, man, because he's already kind of established. He already has a following. So I would say for someone like Rui, who is more advanced, definitely a page. So he creates a brand. But if you are in the beginning, Sebastian, and I don't know what level you are, I'm going to be honest with you. I know you a little bit, but not that much. But I would veer towards more a group. Start a group and start adding people to that group. Create a tribe, because most of the people on the internet doing well in leaderboards and doing well in companies, they all have tribes. Do you guys understand when I say tribe? What a tribe is? Yeah, create a tribe. That's really, it's one of the coolest thing you can do. And there's trainings for that as well that you can find on the internet.
And that's true, because how every single person that you bring in will always have questions. Every day I get people messaging me who are actually not a direct downline to Paulo. Mm-hmm. And I always say, go to your sponsor. So do your job, sponsors. Yeah. Take care of your people. And leverage Paulo.
Yeah, for the longest time, let's say for the past 3 years, I used to have a tribe. Like when I was in network marketing, which I won't mention the name, it doesn't matter. I used to have a big tribe there and all that. And then I became more like, I went into the affiliate marketing route where I didn't have a tribe. And then when I joined my last deal, my biggest competitors, and these guys were fierce, they were really good competitors, they all had tribes. 3 of them. And guess what? I still managed to beat them only because of my list in traffic. I'm going to be honest with you. If I didn't have my list in traffic, I would suffer. And I managed to beat them only because I had the list and my traffic. But if you guys want to really do it easier, it's to create a tribe. And they did really well, by the way. They were super successful, and they had a tribe, and they nearly beat me on the leaderboard. Why? Because they had a tribe. So if you guys want to do this the easiest way, it's kind of create a tribe. Create a Facebook group and just keep adding value. Do something live with them every week. Do your Facebook lives there. Give them value. And maybe it will be just 5 people listening to you. But guess what? Every week that 5 will multiply and become 15 and 20 and 100. I remember my mentor telling me in the beginning when he first started, so this is a very super successful guy. The first call you've ever done, he had less than 10 people, it was 7 or something. And 2 of them were like his family or something. He told me that. Was it 5? You know what I'm talking about, Terry. Yeah, you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about, right? He was. That's how we started. And now I've done years ago, I've done a webinar with him. I think we broke, this is again, going back 2011, we broke all records. We had, listen to this guys, we had 22,000 people on our webinar. 22,000 people. And he started with 5.
Yeah.
This is not Paulo, by the way. I'm talking about my mentor. I was part of that webinar because I was a speaker there. But we had 22,000 people on that webinar. And it started with 5. Go figure. Anything else?
That's it. Finish.
This
Let's
is it.
finish that.
Cool.
Yeah,
We
let's
got to finish, guys. I don't mind staying here for another hour, but I don't think it's going to be fair on the recording and on the people that want to watch the recording. So with that said, I appreciate you for staying here so late, guys. I really appreciate it because you are my people. You are my people. I used to do all this stuff, man. Stay up all night and learn from the best and learn. I was always looking up at role models and learning from the best. And you guys are doing that. I'm not saying I'm the best, but I know a thing or two, maybe I can help you. With that said, hey, the recording is going to be posted in the group. I appreciate you all for being here. There'll be training next Thursday. So I'm going to do this on a weekly basis, guys. Watch the recording, take action, open your Aweber, start building that list. One day, let me promise you something, you will thank me. You will thank me for tonight, for building your list. Good night, guys. I appreciate you all. I love you all. Stay blessed, stay safe, and I'll see you in the group. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.